Hello there. If you're a dog owner here in Grand Island, you already know what a great place it is to live. So today, we're going to walk through how to find the right trainer to help you and your dog really make the most of our island life together. That's really what it all comes down to, isn't it? Just having that confidence that your dog is going to be a great companion, whether you're just hanging out at home or you're out exploring. And good training, well, that's the foundation for all of it. And that confidence is especially key right here. Life with a dog on Grand Island, it's got its own unique feel, and the skills our dogs need are really tied to the places we go every day. Just think about your week. You might be on a trail over at Beaver Island State Park, maybe walking along the Niagara River, or even heading across the bridge into Buffalo. A well-trained dog can handle all of that calmly, which just makes those trips so much more fun for everybody. Okay, so you're ready to find a trainer. Now, before you even start thinking about schedules or costs, let's talk about the two things you should look at first: their training philosophy and their qualifications. This is really the way to go, and for good reason. Positive reinforcement is all about rewarding the behavior you want to see. It helps build a really strong, trusting relationship with your dog. And you know what? It works for the long haul without ever having to use fear or any kind of intimidation. Which brings us to credentials. These can actually make your search a lot simpler. See, New York State doesn't require trainers to be licensed, so certifications are how the pros show that they've really put in the work and have met a high standard of knowledge and skill. So let's look at a few. First up is CPDT KA. That KA part means knowledge assessed. It tells you the trainer has passed a big exam on how dogs learn, proper animal care, and even how to teach people effectively. You can think of it as a great all-around credential to look for. Now, this one's a little more specialized. The Karen Pryor Academy is famous for its deep dive into positive reinforcement and the science behind clicker training. So if you see KPA CTP, you know that trainer has gone through a really intensive hands-on program and is an expert in these modern methods. And what if you're dealing with something more complex, say some serious fear or reactivity on walks? These are the letters you want to see. Certifications from the IABC or the CBCCKA show that a trainer has advanced, specialized knowledge for tackling those tougher behavior challenges. All right, once you've got a handle on a trainer's philosophy, the next piece of the puzzle is the format. Let's look at the different ways training is offered so you can figure out what's really going to fit your goals. So the two big ones are in-home training and group classes, and they're good for different things. If your dog, say, jumps all over guests when they come to the door, in-home training tackles that problem right where it happens. But if you want your dog to be calm during a busy day at Veterans Park, a group class is perfect for practicing around all those distractions. There are some other options out there too. Private lessons give you that focused, one-on-one attention. Day training can be awesome if you're short on time. And then there's board and train, which is really intensive. For those, it's just so important to do your homework and make sure they're using humane, positive methods the entire time your dog is there. Okay, so you've narrowed down your choices based on their philosophy and the format you want. Now it's time to dig into the practical details before you make a final decision. And a huge part of that decision, of course, is the cost. Training really is an investment. So let's take a look at the typical price ranges here in our area so you can get a better idea of what to plan for. Here's a look at some average costs across Erie County for 2025. And you can see there's quite a range, from a group class that runs for a few weeks all the way up to a multi-week board and train. This should give you a realistic ballpark for your budget, depending on the level of support you're looking for. And here's a simple little checklist to help guide that conversation when you talk to a potential trainer. If you follow these 4 steps, you'll pretty much cover all your bases and know you're making a solid choice. To make that even easier, here are the exact questions you should ask. I really want to point out 2 of them. How will you customize this for our lifestyle? And will you work with my veterinarian? The first one makes sure the training is actually relevant to you. And the second one, that is absolutely essential if you're dealing with any serious behavior issues. So finding the right trainer, that's step 1. After that, it's all about taking those new skills and putting them to work in the real world, right here on Grand Island. First off, just a quick reminder of a few local rules. It's good to know that leashes are required everywhere in public, and things like nonstop barking, that's actually covered by our town code. Being a good neighbor is a big part of being a great dog owner. And our local parks, they can become your new training grounds. Each one offers something a little different. Beaver Island is amazing for practicing focus when there are other people around. The natural trails at Buckhorn are perfect for practicing calm walking. And of course, the big open spaces at Veterans Park are ideal for working on leash skills. Because in the end, that's what this is all about. Putting in the effort with good training helps your dog become that confident, happy companion you've always wanted. It really does open up a whole world of things you can do together and just enjoy everything Grand Island has to offer. I wish you the best of luck in finding that perfect partner for your training journey.